Hi, this is Mike Garcia, the AVID District Director for Mesa Public Schools AVID. Thank you for watching this short video on the recruitment materials for 6th grade to 7th grade AVID transitions. To get to the materials, you'll start at our homepage, which is located at www.mpsaz.org/AVID. Once you're at our homepage, it will look like this. You will go up to our More tab here, where you will find near the bottom our page for transitions. Transitions is what we call our 6th to 7th grade AVID recruitment policy. As you click on transitions, you'll see a welcome here telling you about our AVID recruitment timeline. And it says here that AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. AVID is a college readiness system that helps students in the academic middle gain the support to become successful in a more rigorous environment and to promote entry into college. At the junior high and high school level, this takes place during the AVID elective class. This process, outlined below, will help everyone promote AVID to the ideal candidates who can benefit from this rewarding opportunity. It should be noted that the difference between AVID Elementary and AVID Secondary is that in AVID Elementary, AVID strategies are used school-wide. In AVID Secondary, AVID strategies are also used school-wide. However, there's the addition of the AVID elective class. The AVID elective class is an intervention that targets the academic middle to help them as they continue their quest to obtain admission to four-year universities. This process will help you identify and recommend the appropriate students who should be applying for the AVID elective class. In addition, we want you to keep in mind that everyone is welcome to apply for the AVID elective class, and even though you may not recommend a student, we encourage all students to apply. AVID is open application. All students can apply for the AVID elective class, whether you recommend them or not. Our first resource that I would like you to pay attention to is the table located on the right of the page. At this table, you will see the timeline by month, and there will be a section for junior high responsibilities and 6th grade teacher responsibilities. The junior high side is the responsibility of our junior high counselors and our junior high AVID coordinators who may be contacting you throughout this process. On the right-hand side, we have the suggested progression for all 6th grade teachers in the district as they promote AVID in their classrooms, as well as prepare students for entry into the AVID elective class in 7th grade. Following this process should make it easy for you to continue to support your students as they continue on to the AVID elective class. Within each of these cells, there are specific directions for things you can do to coordinate with the junior high counselors and AVID coordinators throughout this process. For example, in September, we have get to know the AVID coordinator at your feeder junior high via email or an in-person visit. There's an optional piece here where you can show students the AVID PowerPoint, which is an informational PowerPoint, and teach a focused note-taking lesson. And you can also teach a focused note-taking lesson with a video about AVID. The point of this is to start to promote the AVID elective class as an option for students as they begin to think about their 7th grade entry into our secondary system. Now I'll take a moment to go over some of the highlights in the other months in the recruitment timeline. In October, we would like you to start thinking about the ideal AVID student and learning about who you might recommend for the AVID elective class. Become familiar with the characteristics of an AVID elective student, and most importantly, think of the AVID elective student as one in the academic middle. There's an option here for you to show additional videos to promote AVID in your 6th grade class as well. In November, you may want to schedule time with the AVID junior high to come visit your school to promote AVID. They can bring AVID students to talk to your students, and they will also reiterate the fact that AVID is an open application for all students who are interested, even if you don't recommend them. In November, that is when we would like you to start filling out the teacher recommendation form for students you strongly feel should be placed in the AVID elective. Remember that primarily we are looking for students in the academic middle. Our recommendation is that you recommend your 10 middle students using the link below. In January, that's when registration will begin to initiate, and we will ask you to distribute AVID applications, which will be provided to you by the junior high counselors and AVID coordinators. And remember that these should go to all interested students, and we recommend that all students and families receive them. Also, there are additional resources here for you to use and your counselors to use to promote AVID on your campus, and reiterate that AVID is a choice as an AVID elective class. In January as well, we will have our step-up days, and this is where you can continue to remind all interested students to complete their AVID applications. And as you visit your feeder junior high, you will hear an AVID presentation. In January, we will ask you at the end of January to submit all of the AVID paperwork with the registration forms that students bring in, and then in February continue to remind students that if they still have AVID applications that they would like to turn those in ASAP. In March, the junior highs will begin the process of evaluating student applications, and if they need to, conduct interviews. And then by early May, acceptance letters will be sent out to 6th graders for you to distribute, and waitlist letters for students that may need to be considered as potential AVID candidates in a future year. However, if a student does receive a waitlist letter and does feel strongly that they should be in the AVID elective class, we encourage you to get in contact with the junior high counselor and the junior high AVID coordinator to talk about this issue further. Finally, over here on the left side of the page, you'll see some other resources. We have our blue button here, which is the recommendation form. And this is the button you can click to start submitting names of students that you would like to recommend. Remember that these are students who you strongly feel are ideal AVID candidates. Underneath that, we have supporting documents that you may want to look at or use during the recruitment process. These documents are there for your use and the junior high counselor and coordinator use. An additional note down here on the left is the student profile and who we are typically looking for in the AVID elective. I'd like to thank you for the time spent viewing this short instructional video on our AVID transitions timeline. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, Mike Garcia, the AVID District Director, at 480-308-7557 or mbgarcia@mpsaz.org. In addition, you can contact your junior high AVID coordinator, and on our homepage there is a link to those AVID coordinators by site. You can find them right there. Thank you and have a wonderful day.